Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 38 of the Bible in 365. So glad that you've made the time to continue reading the Bible with us. So, this week, we're going to be in wisdom literature. We're going to be finishing up the wisdom book of Ecclesiastes. And then we're going to turn to another wisdom book from the Old Testament, the Song of Solomon. And then we're going to turn to the New Testament for the wisdom book of the New Testament, which is the book of James. Now, last week, I set up and introduced the book of Ecclesiastes. I'd encourage you to go back and check out that video. But what I want to do today is spend a few minutes and talk to you about the Song of Solomon. So the Song of Solomon is sometimes referred to as the Song of Songs. And if the book of Psalms is the Bible's prayer book, then the Song of Solomon is kind of the Bible's love ballad. It's a love poem, and it reflects on the romantic love between a husband and a wife. And just as in the book of Proverbs, there were moments when wisdom was personified by a woman speaking, so in the Song of Solomon, you have love personified and speaking. And it's very poetic, it's very reflective on romantic love, and there are even verses in the Song of Solomon that'll make you blush. Now, the book tells us that it was King Solomon who wrote this love poem. But as you read it, what I want you to consider is this: romantic love between a man and a woman in marriage is part of the Bible's vision for the good creation that God made. The fact that there's a love song in the middle of the Bible tells you that romantic love within the confines of marriage is part of God's good desire. It's not something we need to be embarrassed about. It is, in fact, a part of God's design for creation. Now, once we read the Song of Solomon, we'll be moving to the New Testament to read the book of James. James was written by James, the brother of Jesus. And it is considered the wisdom book of the New Testament because James is writing to Jewish Christians. It's an open letter in which he's seeking to give them practical advice on how to live the Christian life. And his most important message is that faith without works is dead. James wants early Christians to know that faith that doesn't result in a life that's lived differently is empty faith. It is true that our good works are not what saves us, but if we are true recipients of the grace of Jesus Christ, then the way that that faith gets worked out is through our good works. It's through our actions. And we'll see that the book of James is very practical. You'll also notice as you're reading James that James was a good student of his brother Jesus. And there are lots of places in the letter of James where you'll hear echoes of the Sermon on the Mount, where James reflects on the words that Jesus taught in Matthew 5-7. I really love the book of James. I think you'll enjoy it as well. All right, it's a week of gathering wisdom as you read through the Bible. I hope you enjoy Ecclesiastes, the Song of Solomon, and James. And I'll look forward to seeing you right back here next week for more of the Bible in 365.